This closely guarded system took in $9,686 in just 74 minutes. Now, we knew our audience and we also knew our product, and that wasn't all profit. But some people we work with have done better than that, some worse. But this is what we did with our system and strategy. And you're about to discover how you can put this to work for you in this free presentation. What if there was a way you could rapidly build your list chock full of hungry buyers without using the same old tired methods everyone else is using? And what if there was a way you could instantly churn out your very own info products? And what if there was a way you could make fat affiliate commissions without having to rely on crappy and outdated vendor sales pages? And what if there was a way you could captivate your audience so it feels like you have them buying on command? And also, what if there was a way you could become a respected authority in your niche that everybody looks up to? And what if there was a way to have more people show up to your events than people who actually register, many of them eager to give you money? And what if there was a way you could be the first to use this new system, because you know first always wins, before copycat marketers try to eat your lunch? And what if there was a way you could just spend about an hour using the system when you needed a little extra cash and then watch the sales roll in? And what if there was a way you could set up multiple systems that get traffic, build your list, and automate the process whether you choose to work or not? Although you always make more money when you work. I'm going to show you exactly what this system is in a moment, but first, hi, I'm Laura Betterly, and for the past 14 years, I've been quietly making a lot of money online for myself and my clients. In fact, I've been a behind-the-scenes secret weapon of top marketers such as Frank Kern, Perry Belcher, Ryan Dice, Russell Brunson, John Reese, and Mike Filsaime, just to name a few. And believe me, you don't have clients of this caliber coming to you for your help if you don't know your stuff. Besides making my clients a bunch of money, I also did a lot of my own stuff. Life was good. I had finally built up a nice little nest egg. I'm not saying I was Bill Gates, but it was enough for my family to live comfortably on and maybe even retire. Then suddenly it happened. Long story short, I got really sick. And the worst part is, I did not have health insurance. So I went from having plenty of money in the bank to being over $400,000 in debt. Yeah, you could say I was screwed. Thing is, I'm not one to lie down quietly. It must be the New Yorker in me, and I refuse to go down without a fight. Anyhow, I've always been smart about trends and what's hot. That's why the gurus pay me. I've done this over and over again. In 1999, I took advantage of what was happening in music and killed it with the first DJ software for MP3s. In 2002, I capitalized on email marketing so much that I spoke in front of the FTC about it. And in 2003, it was AdWords, and in 2010, it was mobile and local. By the way, it was still hot. A little less than a year ago, I stumbled across a system for selling online that I could see becoming the next big thing. I decided to test it and put it to work for me, and it worked like a champ. For a while, that is. See, even though it got me out of the weeds, it had some major flaws. So recently I set out to find a better solution for myself and for people like you to make everything work seamlessly and effortlessly. And I'm happy to say it worked, even better than I expected. Here's the story about what happened and how you can put this new system to work for you starting today. Now, I want to make something perfectly clear. This is not the same old regurgitated raw sewage you might be used to. This is not another lame brain scheme where I make a bunch of promises and then sell you something that tells you to basically go sell stuff online. Duh. Seriously, there's plenty of products over at ClickBank that can do that for you. Look, I know you're much smarter than that. And we all are well aware that to make money online, something has to be bought and sold, period. The Tooth Fairy is not going to leave a check for $1 bazillion under our pillows, and that guy from Nigeria does not have a check from a dead relative to wire us that $1 million. And the stork is not going to drop a sack of cash on our front porches. We simply have to add value to other people's lives, and that's how we make money, right? Okay, yes, I might be oversimplifying it a bit, but that's really the reality. And when you keep things simple, everything else becomes a hell of a lot easier. The best part is, these days you can use systems to do a lot of the heavy lifting so you can sell more stuff. Doesn't matter if you have your own products ready to line your pockets with cash, and it doesn't matter if you're selling affiliate products for just big fat commissions. No matter what you're doing, you need to have a system in place for squeezing maximum cash out of the internet. just like Mr. Whipple used to squeeze the Charmin. Listen, there's really only 3 things that you need to run a profitable business. First, you need a product, as we said a few moments ago. There's so many things you can sell and make a hefty commission on, it's not even funny. Getting something to sell is about easy as falling off a log. Next, you obviously need traffic. This is easy too, and if you don't know how to do this, don't worry, because I'll show you how. But the final step is the one that keeps most marketers from getting the freedom they really want. What is it? It's having a selling system set up that's easy to run and make sales for you like clockwork every time you put it to work for you. After all, having a product and having good traffic doesn't mean doodly squat if you're not making sales, right? How come I'm not making any money online, you must be thinking? Well, it could be a few reasons. So for this example, I'll use affiliate marketing because that's what a majority of folks try to do. Have you ever heard the term frustrated affiliate? Well, you could even use that term to describe someone you know personally. You maybe? Here's what happens. You find a product to promote, you check it out, and it's good quality, and it's in a hungry market with lots of people eagerly spending money. So you grab your link and you start sending traffic, and then suddenly, nothing. Zip, zero, zilch, nada, or maybe 1 or 2 measly commissions that didn't even cover the cost of traffic. You just wasted your time and money for nothing. And why are you sending the traffic and opt-ins to other people before getting them on your list first? Why did this happen? Because the sales process the product owner is using is just outdated. Sure, it probably makes some sales, but that doesn't do you any good because you are the one sending the traffic. The product owner makes a profit because of your efforts, but you have nothing to show for it. Here's a classic example. A couple of years ago, a sales letter came out on ClickBank that was pretty much all graphics. All the headlines were in a fancy bold font with red shadowing and a ton of yellow highlights. Personally, I thought it was gaudy as hell, but the fact is that it stood out because it was different and the product they were selling was flying off the shelves. Then everybody and their mother became a copycat. Pretty soon, within a few short months, every sales letter on ClickBank, and other affiliate networks for that matter, looked identical. It was seriously hard to tell anything apart. So eventually it all became the same old, and conversions went back to normal or mediocre at best. But for the first people that got in, at the right time when it was new, they made a bloody fortune. In a moment, I'll show you the next big thing about to hit our industry that you can capitalize on. But first, here's another example. Webinars became all the rage last year, and people who did them correctly made a killing, myself included. But of course, as soon as the rest of the pack jumped on the bandwagon, things started to slip for a few reasons. In the beginning, webinars worked so well, it was like taking candy from a baby, because they were new and also because they provided a way to really engage your prospects on a personal level. Then a couple things happened. First, everyone started emailing squeeze pages to register for a webinar. And of course, every one of them smelled the same. There's only so many webinars one person can listen to in a day, and people's time is their most valuable asset, right? After a while, people started getting sick and tired of sitting on crappy webinars that offered no value and just tried to sell them stuff they didn't need. And offered no value is the watchword here. Why would you sit and listen to a pitch for an hour and a half? So what's more, soon after, the automated webinar became popular with marketers because they didn't even have to show up to their own presentations. But that started to backfire because when people figured out they were just watching a recording, they felt duped. They felt violated because their precious time had been wasted. The reality is, if people are thinking about doing automated webinars, they're just better off creating a video sales letter. They get better results because they respect people's time. So as a result of all this, webinar registration started to plummet. And out of all the people that do register, only about 30% of them even show up. That proves that something is drastically missing from that model. It also proves webinars are dead. There's one other thing I didn't mention here that made webinars suck even more, and that's the cost. Shoot, it costs $500 a month to have a GoToWebinar account, and they only allow you to have a maximum of 1,000 people on your webinars. That's a bunch of bullcrap if you ask me. Plus, their recording quality stinks to high heavens. Ever have to put a replay from GoToWebinar online? It can take hours, and that's if the recording even worked. It seriously could not be any worse. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to pay $500 a month for a service, it better be high quality. But the problem is, GoToWebinar is pretty much the only game in town. Now, because of this, I had my hands tied behind my back. Webinars were one of the ways I was making a living at the time, so I had no other option but to keep using their system. But it was making me angry. It was like one fly buzzing around your head that won't leave you alone. I was determined to find a better system, and I got to work. Now, I wanted a system that would rapidly build a list chock full of buyers without using the same old tired methods that everyone else was using. I wanted a system that would instantly churn out info products as fast as the speed of sound, if that's what I wanted to do. I wanted a system that would allow me to capture more qualified leads. Remember the saying, the money is in the list? Well, it's true, the money is in the list. And I wanted a system that would help make fat affiliate commissions without having to rely on crappy and outdated vendor sales pages. And I also wanted a system that would captivate an audience and literally get them to buy on command. And I also wanted a system that would help anyone who used it become a respected authority in their niche. You know, that kind of person that everyone looks up to. And I wanted it to also be capable of having more people show up than people who actually registered. No problem having crashers at this party. And I also wanted to allow me to spend about an hour setting things up at any time. I just needed a little more money. And just by pressing a few buttons, it was rolling. I wanted it also so that it could be set up multiple times to build a list and automate the process so that I could get commissions hands-free whether I chose to work or not. Although you always make more money when you work. And I also wanted to be one of the first to use this new system because first always wins, let's be real. Before copycat marketers tried to eat my lunch. Well, my friend, this can easily become your new reality. See, I got so sick of GoToWebinar that I figured out a way to kick them to the curb. This was after spending 9 hours trying to render a lousy hour webinar for playback. Their crappy system was costing me more than $500 that I spent for it. Because if you factor in how much I make an hour and the fact that the more time between the live event and the playback, the people who missed it were getting colder and colder as prospects. That one-time webinar cost me thousands. And it got me thinking, there's got to be a better way than this outdated, crappy software. But it goes much further than that. This was not just about a technology issue. This was about creating a whole new way of doing business online. It was about making more money than ever before, providing tremendous value to my customers, because that's extremely important, and being able to do it in a fun and engaging way without coming across like a salesy jackass. So I started to experiment and came up with a solution to my problem, and the results were staggering. Remember I said a big problem with webinars is only about 30% of the people that register actually show up? Well, after I stumbled across this system, I decided to run an experiment with a friend of mine, Ezra. We invited some people to see a presentation and about 1,000 people registered. Guess how many people actually showed up? Around 3,000. Seriously, talk about party crashers. That's 3 times the amount of people showing up, and we had no idea where they came from. Think about it. If we had been using GoToWebinar, we would have only been allowed to have a maximum of 1,000 people on our webinar, and only 300 out of those 1,000 who registered would have showed up. But with this new system, not only did all 1,000 people show up, there was an extra 2,000 people crashing the party because they were eager to hear our message. Yes, right then and there, I knew I found a gold mine, so I tried another experiment. This time I held a smaller event for about 800 people. Everyone showed up and it got killer information, and we had a blast. And in just over an hour, we took in $8,754. Not too shabby. Here's where it gets really good. Sales keep coming in every day without me lifting a finger. Why? Because I discovered a way to get my replays indexed in Google. In other words, I have free traffic coming to my site, building my list, and sending me automated hands-free crash 24/7, whether I choose to work or not. Okay, so what's the system? The platform I use for this presentations is Google Hangouts. Now, maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've even been on a Hangout. Thing is, this is just a technology solution. Yes, it's free. Yes, you can even have unlimited people on your Hangout. And yes, the recording quality is awesome. But everything else about my system came from trial and error and my own need for a solution, plus many years of online experience. See, I actually practiced what I preach. I didn't invent some concept with the hopes of creating an unproven product to sell to the masses. This whole thing began because I was fed up with the current solutions and I needed something better. Now, because of my own problem and because I discovered a far better way to make a lot more sales, you're going to be one of a select few that gets to dominate any market you choose and knock out the competition using this system. And what's more, you don't need a big list or any list at all to start, because this system builds your list the fast and easy way. And you don't need to have your own products, because I'll show you how to create your own lightning fast, plus we'll show you how I rake in big bucks as an affiliate. And what's more, you don't need to be a tech geek, because this is as easy to set up as painting by numbers. If you have a WordPress site and use it, you already possess all the skills you need to do this. And you don't need to be a slimeball salesperson, because we show you how to sell without selling, and more people end up buying from you for that reason. And what's more, you don't even have to be live on camera if that makes you nervous. In fact, you can pre-record your presentations if you like and just capitalize on the free traffic of the replays. It's a no-brainer. Welcome to Hangout Domination. Here's what you get when you get on board today. I've put together over 30 no-fluff training videos and cheat sheets showing everything you need to do to make Hangouts cash step by step. Nothing is left out, no stone is left unturned. You'll start out by understanding why you're finally in the right place at the right time. You'll have the confidence in knowing that you're one of the first to be able to put this system to work for you before the rest of the world. And I'm going to hold your hand from the start and show you how to get everything set up so it's flawless. You'll also get to go through a special checklist to be sure you're ready to rock. Once you're set up, then I'll guide you through inviting your guests and getting opt-ins to build your list. I'll even show you some of my classified traffic getting strategies so you can get more people on your Hangouts than you can imagine. Next, you'll discover how to format your Hangout. You can do it live on camera, or if you're not comfortable with that, we can prepare a simple presentation. Either way, you'll be all set to give flawless presentations because I've laid out all the groundwork for you. It's practically like filling in the blanks. You're also going to discover my secret Hangout sauce to maximize your sales and my 8 little tricks that make it work like gangbusters. I'm also going to show you my favorite Hangout apps and plugins that save a bunch of time and help you automate the process. Once your Hangout is finished, I'll show you how to edit your recording and get your replay page set up fast. After that, you'll discover how to get free traffic funneling to your page, building your list, and making sales with my proven tactics. Seriously, this is pretty easy stuff. Then all you do if you want is just wash, rinse, and repeat in any market you choose. In fact, you can create a literal minefield of these little income-producing magnets and plant them all over the internet so that they create leads, sales, and commissions for you 24/7, day and night. Pretty cool stuff, right? By this point, you're probably wondering how much. I'll get to that in a moment, but I'm not quite through yet because I've got some ass-kicking bonuses for you. Bonus number 1, Hangout Builder. Part of making the system work is having the ability to host the Hangouts on your own domain. If you think this would work just by setting up a Hangout on Google, you're dead wrong. You need to have a place where people can opt in. So I developed a WordPress plugin that allows you to do everything right from your own domain. Remember what I said about building your own list? This is how you do it. Here's what this plugin will do for you. It's Forrest Gump simple to set up, just a few simple steps and you're ready to rock. Instantly create your own eye-popping lead capture pages. Build your list even faster with no hassles. It also helps you run unlimited webinars with unlimited attendees. Forget about paying those other guys $500 a month for a crappy service. And then you'll also have your replays ready in an instant, ready to make your sales on autopilot. Basically, this plugin is a must-have for serious marketers. That is, unless you like spending time doing busy work instead of doing important things that get money. This plugin builds your list. You have fully customized opt-in pages. This plugin also has a very sophisticated backend that will allow you to not only take your Hangout live, chat, and also email your list. It also helps you build authority. Here's your thank you page. You get a little webinar ticket and you can put in a video that thanks them and also starts the process before your live cast. And you can take it live straight from WordPress. In this particular page, we put in a free chat software so people could ask questions while the live cast was happening. And then you can play it back right away and add Facebook comments so people can go ahead and let it go virally. This easily is worth $500 a month in the real world. Just look at GoToWebinar. But when you make the easy decision today to get on board, I'm going to give you a lifetime user license for free. Bonus number 2, the Hangout Affiliate Blueprint. Since most people want to make quick affiliate cash, I made a specific guideline just for you. But if you have your own products, you can still use this. We're going to walk you through every step of becoming a Hangout super affiliate. You'll discover things like how to find the best affiliate offers with the highest payouts. You'll discover how to borrow a sales pitch so you don't have to write one lick of copy. You'll also discover the best way to format the offer so everything flows seamlessly. And you'll also discover things like setting up your squeeze pages for insanely high opt-in rates. And you'll discover how to make sales even if they don't buy the first time. You'll also discover things like setting up systems and getting everything on autopilot so your sales machine is running 24/7, and much, much more. Just think of all the possibilities. Think of all the markets that you can infiltrate with your affiliate links alone. The competition seriously doesn't have a chance. The value of that is at least $497. Bonus number 3, Laura's secret stash of traffic. One of my biggest specialties is getting massive quality traffic. That's a big reason why some of my top clients hire me. And I'll tell you what, I don't ever take on a client for less than $5,000. And that's if I feel like it and if I can even fit you in my schedule. I've developed traffic strategies that will make your head spin because they're so deadly effective. You've never seen anything like this before because this is the kind of stuff that gets kept behind closed doors. You basically need to be an insider to get this kind of information. Well, just because I want to see you succeed, and I know a lot of traffic systems being sold these days are outdated, I'm going to spill the beans. I can't tell you the exact strategies on this presentation for obvious reasons, but I can tell you that I trained 67 of Frank Kern's students on how to generate laser-targeted cheap traffic using these strategies. What I can tell you that when you open this baby up, it'll knock your socks off. And that's only part of it because your Hangout can generate a ton of free traffic if you do 3 things correctly. You just need to know what those 3 things are. And you will if you take this puppy for a ride. Value of that is $497. Bonus number 4, Audience Maker. This is my proprietary, never before released tool called Audience Maker. It's my secret weapon for finding white hot buyers. Why spend money finding people who don't want your product? This tool creates laser precise targeting that gets traffic at a fraction of the cost everyone else pays. See, if you could turn $1 into $10, you'd do it all day long, right? This is the exact tool I use to practically print money, and this is how it works. Not all leads are created equal. The hottest leads, I mean people that are screaming to buy what you've got right now, don't come cheap. In hot markets like I am or weight loss, with a lot of competition, you can pay up to $10 a click for the best quality traffic. And if you have a good offer, it's actually worth it. But what if you could get even higher quality traffic for pennies on the dollar? Because of Audience Maker, this is no longer a dream, it's a reality. What it does is it goes directly into Facebook and finds your ideal customers. We're talking about people that are actually raising their hands and saying, please, somebody help me. It searches groups and pages where these people are hanging out and actively engaging in conversations and desperately looking for solutions to their problems. After it finds your future customers, it creates a list using their Facebook user IDs. This becomes your custom audience that you can advertise to for dirt cheap. Seriously, there's no other system on the planet for getting the most targeted leads in existence. More targeted and drastically cheaper than AdWords. Even more targeted and cheaper than normal Facebook ads, to be honest. Way better and far less risky than solo ads that have been hammered with offer after offer every single day. Instant results, lower cost per click, higher ROI. Seriously, what more could you want? This is a marketer's dream come true. Up until now, I've kept my secret weapon all to myself, but for today only, I'm going to let you have it for free. But you have to act fast before I come to my senses and change my mind. I reserve the right to pull this bonus out of this offer at any time. The value of this is $497. As you can see, you're getting tremendous value here. As for the price, how much do you think it would be worth for somebody to hand you a system that makes massive sales and hasn't been used by everyone and their mother? With that system, I think we can both agree your income would be limited only by your own imagination. I mean, we're talking about unlimited income potential here. Hell, I've been paid 5 figures for just some of the information you're getting in the bonuses alone. So I'd say this is easily worth $5,000. Even if you're lazy and only use the system once, you can set it up to run on autopilot so you're always getting traffic, and if you did your job right and followed my instructions, sales. So yes, 5 figures is really what this is worth, because that's what I've been paid before, and for just bits and pieces of it. But there's no way the average person can afford that, and not even close to that. This system was built to solve my problem, and now you can put it to work for you too. Listen, hardly anyone is doing this yet. This is the first system of its kind. Hell, nobody else even knows about it, much less has the ability to show you how to do it step by step. This is a groundbreaking, cutting-edge system that can transform you from making miserable sales to making more sales than you can shake a stick at. And I want to make it very, very easy for you to get started today, to become one of the lucky few marketers that are allowed to access before the rest of the world catches on. So for a limited time, here's what I decided to do. For this special offer only, you won't have to pay $19.97, even though many people have said that they would gladly pay that after going through my previous training. And you don't even have to fork out $9.97, even though it would be totally worth it. The final rock bottom price to start putting Hangout cash in your pockets is only $497. That is, you could easily make your money back after you host your first Hangout and then some. But wait, limited special offer just for first movers. Because this is brand new and you're one of the first movers coming in on board, I have a very special deal for you. For today only, you can start making big money from Hangouts, not for the regular price of $497, but for the ultra low rock bottom price of only 2 payments of $47. You're saving $403 right now. All I ask is that after you start making money from Hangouts, you drop me a testimonial and let me know how you're doing. That's why today's price is so low. But believe me, this will not last long. In fact, this offer is only good for the first 400 marketers who want to make some Hangout money. After that, I'm pulling this off the market. Why? Because I don't want to saturate the market and make it easy for copycats to come and eat our lunch. And I have a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Once you're on board, take a full 30 days to test drive Hangout domination. If you're not getting traffic, making money, or you're not satisfied with anything at all, just ask for a refund. If during your first 30 days of using Hangout domination, you're not happy with the product for any reason, then ask for your money back and you will get a full refund with no questions or hassles whatsoever. All you need to do is contact our dedicated support staff via our online help desk and we'll get everything taken care of as soon as possible. I make this guarantee to you because I know that by giving you this honest attempt, I believe you will get more sales and make more money than you ever thought possible. Again, test drive the program for a full 30 days, and if you're not making money or you're not satisfied for any reason, you can get a full refund, no questions asked during that 30-day period. Those of you who know me know I stand fully behind my products. This is 100% zero risk for you. Why would I offer such a guarantee? Simple. I am so incredibly confident in Hangout domination that I'm happy to make it. So here's what you do now. Make the decision to finally be the first before the rest of the world catches on. Click the link below to get started. You'll be taken to the secure order page to place your order. Then you'll have instant access to all the training so you can start making Hangout cash possibly as soon as today. Remember, timing is everything. Don't miss out on the biggest opportunity available right now. Don't be the one who lets a few months go by and say, I wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda done that when I had the chance. Because this is quite possibly the only chance you'll ever have. I want you to imagine what life could be like if at any time you needed a little extra money, all you had to do was hang out with some cool people who wanted to buy your stuff. If you decided when you wanted to work. Or if after hosting a Hangout, you went to bed and then woke up the next morning to see that you made $4,834 in affiliate commissions like I did with about an hour's work. If all you had to do was set up a Hangout once and then let it run on autopilot, building your list, making you potential sales day in, day out. And what if you set up multiple automated hangouts and had your own personal army of automated money magnets, steadily depositing money in your bank account and building you a list? What would you do? Would you buy some of those things you know you and your family deserve? Would you spend your newly found freedom taking a well-deserved vacation? Would you tell your boss hole where he or she can stick that rotten job? Look, I don't know what your dreams are, but I want you to have them. And I want you to get there as fast as possible. You can do this. Just make the decision to take the first step and open the door. I'll be waiting for you on the other side. Click the button below before all the spots are taken. Don't miss out on your chance to finally be at the right place at the right time. You're still here? Here's a quick recap. Rapidly build your list chock full of hungry buyers without using the same old tired methods everyone else is using. Instantly churn out your very own info products. Make fat affiliate commissions without having to rely on crappy and outdated vendor sales pages. And captivate your audience so it feels like you have them buying on command. Become a respected authority in your niche that everybody looks up to. And have more people show up to your events than people who actually register. Many of them eager to give you money. Be the first to use this new system, because first always wins, before copycat marketers try to eat your lunch. Just spend about an hour using the system when you need a little cash, and then watch the sales roll in. And set up multiple systems that get traffic, build your list, and automate the process whether you choose to work or not. But of course, working always makes more money, and you know that. Click on the button below and let's do this. I want to see you in the members area.